We feel the emotions in our body. So our body needs healing as well. And two of the greatest ways to help heal that addiction to those chemicals that kind of make you feel bad and make you feel down or give you anxiety attacks or you go through your depression episodes, two of the greatest things that you can do, and I've said this in previous episodes, but one of them is practicing gratitude. Scientists have discovered that gratitude acts like a natural depressant. The effects of gratitude can actually have the same effects as taking some type of medication. And the reason is because when you practice gratitude, when you have those particular thoughts in your mind, and remember I told you that when you think a certain way, your body releases those chemicals. If you think grateful things, if you think about things that you are thankful for, your body releases that serotonin. It releases that dopamine. And those are neurotransmitters that are responsible over your emotions, the emotions that make you feel good. They enhance our mood immediately and they make you feel good from the inside. You didn't have to take anything. You didn't have to have a certain experience outside of yourself. You didn't have to go to the beach or any of that stuff. Just by thinking it, you are creating those chemicals into your body. You're introducing it into your body. And so you want to normalize and have that balance in those chemicals. You want to have that balance of those chemicals in your body. Scientists have also found that practicing gratitude lowers the level of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and makes you feel overwhelmed. Also, one of the beautiful things that dopamine and serotonin do is that they make it easier to get over unpleasant events. And one thing that I talk about all the time is that life is going to throw us curveballs, those things that are going to happen in our life that we don't want. And if you have your body in that hormonal balance, if you have your serotonins where they're supposed to be and your dopamines where they are supposed to be, then it is easier to handle those setbacks. It's easier to handle those moments that you don't expect to happen. The body and the mind are able to respond in a more productive and effective manner. Now, I talk a lot about meditation. And in other episodes, I have other meditations. They are quick. They are 10 minutes, but it's meditation that truly helped me out of my depression because meditation heals the mind, but it also heals the body. I've talked a lot about the importance of dopamine, the importance of serotonin. There is this other chemical that is very important in your body that I have never heard of in my life. It is called GABA. It stands for gamma aminobutyric acid. I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. But if you suffer from anxiety, if you suffer from depression, and this is from scientists, I'm not making this stuff up. They say that if you suffer from those things, more likely than not, your GABA is low within your system. And scientists have discovered that when you meditate, you increase your levels of serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about GABA. GABA is an inhibitory neurotransmitter, which means that it regulates how information is received within you. It's like its own assistant in your brain, like its own organizer person in your brain. You know, if you walk into a restaurant and it's really loud, people are screaming, you hear babies crying and all of this stuff. If your GABA levels are on point, it helps you organize that information so you don't have like this sensory overload, which for me is very helpful, especially as a mother when, we have 1,000 things that we have to do at all times. And in the mornings, it's getting breakfast, it's doing lunch, trying to get them dressed, getting their hair done, brush their teeth, wash their face, figuring out the stuff that you didn't do yesterday, what you got to do today, what you need to do now, what you need to do tomorrow, and all of these things where it truly is an overwhelming experience. That is why mothering is so exhausting, because there are thousands of things that you should be doing that you don't have time to do, you don't have the money to do, or whatever it is. It's overwhelming. If your GABA levels are balanced and they are where they are supposed to be, you do not get overwhelmed as easily. I was very surprised when I started meditating, and this is before I even learned about GABA. I was able to handle things a lot easier. I wouldn't get stressed out. I wouldn't get overwhelmed. I started sleeping better because GABA actually helps you regulate your sleep and helps you get into that sleep state easier and waking up easier. And I just couldn't believe that I was just learning about GABA for the very first time, and all of these things that are going on within my body that contributed to my depression. And when I started meditating, because it's my body healing itself, and when I'm out in the real world, I am happier. I am more joyful. I am at peace. I don't stress out. Now, it can happen every now and then, but I know how to get myself back into that state and not go into the spiraling again. So I really encourage everybody to start looking up some of these hormone things that are going on within our body and how it is connected to our anxiety and our depression. And this is how we start taking responsibility over our emotions. You don't have to have these attacks. There are things that you can do. And another thing about GABA, something that I just saw, is that they actually sell supplements with GABA. And I thought to myself, well, that's cool. There's a supplement for it. But then when you look at the side effects, it's all those like nausea, like dizziness, sleep issues, or whatever it is. There's all the side effects. And the reason why you have side effects is because your body can naturally create GABA. And so when you take it, you're technically not earning it. You're taking something from the outside to make you feel a certain way. And so all you have to do is meditate. And you guys, I've created these meditations, and whatever topic that you're looking for. If it's for anxiety, I have a 10-minute meditation for anxiety. I have a 10-minute meditation for forgiveness, making change in your life. Whatever it is that you're looking for, I've tried to create these meditations to make them simple for people that are new to meditation. And the more you meditate, the easier it gets. And I really hope that this is something that, the Black culture, the American culture, I really hope that people start to take serious, because that is where the true healing happens, on a mental level and on a physical level.